She had planned on being out by the sale date about 10 days before it was going to go to auction. I didn't know where she was. Finally, the third time I'd come back to check on her, she came out. She had a cut on her neck, and she had had a massive stroke. Had 2 stents put in. That was the reason why she wasn't responding.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Living with Purpose. Today I got Rob and Jane Lavin. There's some entrepreneurs who are doing a few different things we got going on. Before we get to the whole details of things, Rob, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I originally was an engineer, mechanical engineer for 14 years. Then I transitioned into our family business, the insurance business, did that for a while. Then 5 years ago, we got into real estate.
Awesome. So when you just say did that for a while, the insurance, how long have you guys been doing that?
Over 20 years.
Over 20 years. Wow. What kind of insurance?
All types of insurance.
If you need some insurance, hit them up. What caused you to seek real estate now, what you're doing now?
For me was that growing up, I saw my dad, this, Cuban immigrant that came to this country. He was a truck driver and he did real estate. He did flips on the side to supplement his income, support the family. I helped him with some rentals. I wanted to go back to school, honestly, to get my master's degree, but Jane continued to encourage me to find the right group of investors that were doing this on a daily basis, that were experienced, that could teach us more from what I learned from my dad. Yeah, 5 years ago, I did some research and I found NWAC.
Awesome.
And we joined.
And you said you're working with your dad. How old were you at the time?
I started as a kid.
Oh, wow.
I must have been around 8 years old.
Like always, huh?
Yeah, my dad had me bringing nails, boards, wheelbarrows. I started very young. That just encouraged me because my dream was to get into real estate investing.
How long were you guys married before you guys started your guys' own business?
8 years.
8 years?
8 years by the time we started the agency.
Awesome. And so, do you guys still hold that practice?
Yes. I always call it my third baby because I have 2 daughters and I have my insurance agency and I love my clients.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm.
Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Hey, I got the khakis on today. What keeps you guys going?
I'm really propelled to take care of people within our communities that can be vulnerable. You're vulnerable when you're going through a divorce or a life event like a death. I like to bring awareness to mental health because a lot of people, they suffer in silence. And so if there's someone to come to their door and just come as like a neighbor, really, that we're just helping people that are having challenges with their lenders, just to ask them how they're doing, how their day's going. And literally every week, the coolest thing is we meet new people every week. And I love that because it just keeps life more vibrant and interesting.
Yeah.
I think people are just interesting.
Yeah.
And also people wanting to learn, we want to just pay it forward. So the more people we can teach and put into, that makes life more vital.
Yeah.
It's more vital for our communities and less unhoused situations.
Yeah. And I love how you guys actually go to the door, help the community, and just get their story. Like, hey, and just make a friend. How often do you guys go out to the community?
We're in literal homeowner conversations every day.
Awesome.
So it's just a part of our lifestyle. Being in business has been a part of our lifestyle, so we don't really know how to work hourly. We just work until it's done.
Yeah, I love that. The entrepreneur mindset right there, so definitely. And would you say the same for you, Rob?
Definitely. I mean, what my why is what gets me out of bed every morning is going out and meeting with homeowners. Like Jane said, homeowners that are facing a huge life challenge, whatever that may be. And, we have, when we're at the door, we have just a short little time to step into their shoes, into their world, and get a reflection of what's going on. Because typically their situation, it's a symptom of something that's deeper of what's going on in the household.
Yeah.
It could be, like I said, it could be a death, it could be a loss of a job. So any one of those things, and we get to step into the world and educate them on the options that they have.
Yeah.
Because many times homeowners they're feeling hopeless, trapped. The banks aren't working with them, and they're just stuck. And we're there to, kind of guide them in the right direction.
Yeah.
So that's the juice for me. And we partner. We can partner with homeowners on flips. Number of strategies, but that is the juice, is that we get to pour into the community, and the seeds that we plant, we bear fruit later on. So, you got to do the work.
You essentially give back first, because
Exactly.
I'm sure you guys help a lot more and pour a lot more into the community, correct?
100%.
It's probably safe to say that in a way, we can provide some level of healing for them. Because I think when things are quiet, they're embarrassed or they're shamed or whatever you feel. Like, we're just people.
Yeah.
And we're people that have gone through similar things, or we know people who have.
Yeah.
So, I can step in your shoes, no problem, and feel that.
Definitely. And that's one thing too. Sometimes it's just like that, like you said, the embarrassment. So I just love how you guys are over there. People don't necessarily want to talk about these issues. And it's good to know that there's some people out there who's actually trying to help them, possibly keep their home. And if there are, resorts to things to where it's like, hey, you got to start fresh. And you guys are there to provide, still give them options and tell them, instead of just giving them this one thing, like, you got to do this. And that's it, And sometimes, like you said, partner up. That's amazing. Like, instead of just selling their home, and you get to partner up with them and possibly give them more. Give it a lot more to the community than that it sounds, So what's in the future for the Lavins?
First off, insurance is my first love. My clients are my first love.
Yeah.
And so I don't really ever see myself leaving that completely, unless for some reason I'm not serving them fully.
That's awesome. We love it. What about you, Rob?
We're going to continue to do real estate investing, flips, wholesales. But one thing that we're definitely going to be pursuing here shortly is multifamily units. So we're forging relationships in cities with mayors, and there's a need out there for multifamily. A lot of cities are trying to turn the tide, so to speak, and they want to improve the city. And so there's land for that.
Where did you guys gain this knowledge of where you're defining the team and actually showing you the options of when you're at the door to homeowners?
A lot of the knowledge I picked up and I learned from my dad. And then when we joined the club, that's where a wealth of knowledge came to us, and we just started learning from the best. Melina, Oscar, those that have blazed the trail ahead of us, and we learned what to do, what not to do, but they poured into us, and now we're handing that knowledge down to students, which is great, because that is what I get it's a blessing for me to be able to pass that on to other students. So, and it's you're just perpetuating and helping them to learn this business. And it's not easy. But it's doable, and you just got to keep moving forward. So I see a very bright future for us, and I look at it that we're just tapping into just the
barely started.
Yeah,
barely started. Oh, I love that.
And then we're not alone.
And the community is the main thing, right?
People that are like-minded, meaning, you have similarities, but dissimilarities. You're like-minded in the sense of, you want to reach higher. You want to better your life. You want to be a part of where you say 1% or 5%, so do what others aren't doing, right? And get with people that want to do what you want to do as well. But they have different diversified backgrounds. Like, for example, I probably would never do business with. I probably would in the insurance sense because it's commodity, but this isn't a commodity. But You
My
can
regular
get
would
me-
probably be too bad to work with her for insurance anyways. No.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I can get to places with you that maybe I can't with this guy, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So that's the cool thing, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
And
'cause
the
community.
diversity,
Yeah.
like all the different people.
Yeah, like you said, backgrounds, different types of people,
Mm-hmm.
different types of walks of life.
Right.
You know, you got doctors down to, first-time home buyers, people who just barely renting, who are looking to buy. So there's, and from the whole wide range, it's just awesome to be able, like you guys said, have a community, have a club, a real estate club that's actually out there educating, and then has coaches like you out in the field who actually takes you out there, talks to you, have your personal number, and be able to reach out for any questions and any help. I love it. Let's go check out your guys' split.
Okay.
It's gonna be a little noisy, but let's check it out. Tell us a little bit how you guys actually came across this one.
We started door knocking this property in July, and we worked it into the blitzes every week where we were doing our follow-ups. The first strong lead we found was with the neighbor. She told us what was going on. The caretaker was living here after the homeowner deceased. One day after work, Jane came by and finally got to talk to the caretaker.
How was that conversation like?
We sat down in the garage and just started talking. She had planned on being out by the sale date, which was the 25th of October, about 10 days before it was going to go to auction. And I didn't know where she was.
Yeah.
And she wasn't answering or responding on her phone. And so finally, the third time I'd come back to check on her, she came out. She had a cut on her neck, and she had had a massive stroke, and she had to have 2 stents put in. And so that was the reason why she wasn't responding.
Oh, wow.
And so she said, I feel a lot of pressure. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to be out. So we were able to give her, I think, another 7 extra days.
Okay.
Eventually, we got her son involved. She was able to move up to Adelanto. He's building an ADU for her
That's
property.
awesome.
And so she's in a definitely better space.
Definitely better space. Awesome. Now you guys are here. Now we're here in construction. What are the plans? Let's go check it out. I know we gotta watch out. So it looks like they have a outdoor barbecue, but I know you mentioned that was previously indoors,
Right.
which is pretty sketchy, but
That's
and I don't know why.
There was a wall right there, and now we were planning on expanding, putting an island right here. But with that concept, we were still leaving the kitchen the way it was. But now we just had Kim and Reina here yesterday with Javier, the contractor, and we've proposed to them in expanding the kitchen from here all the way out to here. And raising they're gonna have to pour and raise that foundation there just for the pad for that section up there to make it level.
Yeah.
And then still keep the barbecue there. We're gonna leave some room, and then they're gonna build a covered patio out here so they can sit out there, enjoy the backyard, enjoy the grill.
Awesome.
So that's the idea. They loved it. So Javier's running numbers right now for them.
How big is the house? Originally.
The house is a little over 1,100 square feet.
Awesome.
And this right there alone is going to add about another 100 square feet
Oh, nice.
of living space. So 3 bedrooms, 2 baths.
So you guys are getting a whole new roof, it looks like, huh? You guys
Yes.
can probably hear it, right?
Yes. So when we first came in here, the house was literally, it was riddled with termites.
Oh.
It was really bad.
Yeah.
So we had to have the house tented for 3 days.
Oh, wow.
And then after that, by that time we had to get a lot of ducks in a row and get contracts signed with Javier, the contractor, with us. And then we were ready to start work last week.
Oh, wow.
So-
Nice. It looks like it's moving along fast. And they already took all this out.
Yep.
Got a lot of moving parts already, huh?
You can see right here where the termite damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was really bad. So they're gonna remove all the termite damaged wood and then replace it.
Yeah.
Gonna put all new windows.
And how long is the estimated project supposed to take?
The contractor is estimating a month.
A month for
He's
a full-blown
moving
rehab?
quick. Javier moves very, very quick, and his crew has proved it. I mean, in just 7 days, they've done all of this. I'm estimating
5.
with the extension of the kitchen, it's probably going to be more, maybe 6 weeks. 6 weeks, yeah.
Wow, man, that's awesome. That's fast too, because one thing you got to calculate in your numbers, right, is money cost.
Right.
And so cutting that down from a possible 3 months to 6 weeks, 8 weeks is that's gold right there. You're saving money all in all. And, you know, definitely keep this contractor around, right?
Yeah. and one of the things is that we brought Isela and Jack onto the team because of the connection they had with Javier, with Tracy, the probate attorney.
Yeah.
She helped the church. The property was left in a trust to the church, and there's a whole story behind that where Isela's great at skip tracing, and she helped me skip trace. We found the attorney for the trust, which connected us to the church. So it's a great story behind it.
Awesome. Man, I love see the teamwork, the community, everyone involved. Is like you don't have to do this all yourself.
Nope.
So that's just awesome. I love it.
And I'm, Jane and I couldn't be here every single day, and so Jack and Isela, they're helping project manage this whole rehab.
Definitely, yeah.
So Jack has been here on days that we haven't been able to. Isela's been here, just communicating with the attorney, communicating with the church. So it's taken a huge load off of our shoulders, but just like Jane said, it makes it work fun when you're doing this.
Yeah.
Like-minded people and people that really have a passion to help the community.
Yeah.
And hey, we're here to make money as well.
Yeah.
But for us, it's always people over profits.
Definitely.
And it's always making a win-win situation.
Love it. Thank you guys again, Rob, Jane. Appreciate it, brother. It's always an honor. Jane, love you. Thank you guys. If you guys are interested in doing real estate, doing what Rob and Jane are actually doing, at least starting the process, getting that education and working with the team, I'll drop a link down below where you can contact us or just simply comment in the comment section, real estate. Stay tuned for episode 2 with their partners. On to the next one. Bye, Hico.